The following program is for adult audiences only.
Hey, this is Alonzo Bowden, and you are listening to Who's Talking Shh with Johnny and Anthony.
Who's Talking Shh with Johnny and Anthony.
And welcome. Here we are for Season 5.
Motherfucking 5! Season 5. Back on that shit again. Woo-wee. Look, the sun's fucking out, man. When we left, it was snowing, I think. Oh,
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Something like that, yeah.
Fucking
that's for
snowed
sure.
yesterday, no.
Yeah, it's no snow out
It looks
there.
nice.
Yeah,
You
it's
see.
not too bad. Not too bad.
What? They're back. Yes. Yeah. Brought them back. Yeah. Canelo's here again. He likes it. All right. Let's get into this. Shit.
Yeah, we got a fucking long show today because as soon as our last season ended, I found new shit for this one.
Hey, man, y'all want to see something cool? Check this out. It's a goose. See that? Yeah. All right. Anyway. Fucking. All right. Let's go.
In the off time, I started watching this show on Hulu. It's called Hoarder House Flippers.
Oh.
It's set in Canada, and they buy houses sometimes sight unseen.
Fucking gross.
Yeah, so the crazy thing is the fucking transformation, dude. It's ridiculous. There was one, it was completely, they almost had to rebuild the whole fucking house.
Do they get to kick the hoarders out that live
Well,
there?
no, they don't live there anymore. It's just an empty fucking house.
Oh.
Yeah, and most
How
of
much does it cost to be the guy that gets to be like, fuck out of here with all this shit?
Yeah, I don't know, but
Grab
that'd
what
be
you
pretty
can
cool.
put in your pockets, motherfucker. You're out. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh golly.
Some of it's pretty fucking gross, dude.
Can you imagine getting to one of those trash people just getting to be like, get the fuck out of here?
The crazy thing is they haven't. I think there's only been one episode that I've seen so far, and I'm on season 2, that they didn't make $100,000 on the flip.
Oh man.
Yeah,
All right.
and even that one I think was like 80,000.
And I'm guessing these shitty houses are probably super cheap, right? Yeah.
So the one they paid 80,000 for, and it was pretty fucking bad. But I think they sold it for like 400 and some thousand. But they had to put quite a bit of work into it. I think they made 110,000, I think, altogether. So there's a husband and wife that do it. There is a brother and sister that do it, and then there's a black family, they do it. And I love theirs the fucking best, dude. Their shit is amazing. Like the I think his name is Maktar. He's got the best fucking vision for redoing these houses, man. It's fucking amazing.
What? I mean, that's a way to make a living, man. That's a lot of fucking work.
Well,
man.
he's a real estate agent too, so this is why he gets some of the shit, you know,
Oh, okay. So
how he gets
like,
it.
I got
but-
the lowdown on it.
Yeah.
There you go.
But there's been a couple that they've bought sight unseen, and it's like
Rugged.
they go in and they're like, "Fuck me,"
yeah, they
yeah.
find like a fucking dead guy. and shit.
right?
Rugged.
But man, it's a really good show. I'm addicted to it. There was only 2 seasons, I think,
I
which
couldn't imagine.
I
That's
wish they would bring it back.
disgusting.
Yeah, man, but it's so fucking cool. Something else I watched while we were off. I'm gonna bring it up right here.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, here's the Hoarder House Flippers.
Y'all
Good
see
show.
that nasty shit?
The next thing I watched, man, it took me a while to watch it, but I'm so happy that I did. That was Chris Rock's Selective Outrage. So good.
I don't know.
I fucking loved it. And so when I watched the Dave Chappelle one, we talked about that one, his newest one. I love that one. I thought that was his best one. This Chris Rock one, I think might be my favorite too.
Ah,
I fucking loved it, dude.
I don't know, dude. I feel like I don't want to be that dude,
I love it.
but I just
It's so good.
I do not like how you turned like you being kind of a pussy ass motherfucker into like a race thing. Like in that special, he's like, oh yeah, like I would never do anything to like a grown ass man smacking me in the face like I'm some sort of bitch ass nigga. Like I would never do anything because my mom told me not to fight in front of white people. Like what the fuck does that mean?
Well, I mean, literally like the last 8 minutes of the special, but
It ruined the whole thing for me. It ruined the whole thing,
I did-
dude.
I liked
Oh
it.
God, it ruined the
thought
whole
it was
thing,
good.
dude. I forgot every other joke. I was like, dude, that was racist. Some of the most racist shit I ever heard. Like, cause he legitimately, it's not a joke. He's trying to make an excuse. That's the only one that isn't a joke. That's like literally what he's saying. Like, oh, they're like, yeah, why did you not defend yourself? And he's like, oh yeah, because my mom told me not to fight in front of white people. It's not even funny. That's just like, well, yeah, the police told me not to fucking stab somebody if they fucking, like, piss me off, but I'm fit to do it. Like, I ain't no bitch. Like, what are you out of your fucking mind? Like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, what do you mean? You got smacked in the public areas. Answer the question. You're in the hot seat. Don't come with some bullshit fake honesty and blame it on white people. Stop blaming white people every goddamn thing. Golly.
my fucking favorite joke that he said is, he says, I identify as poor. My pronoun is broke.
That's my...
I fucking
And
laughed
that's,
so
like,
hard, dude.
That's
Jesus
that's
Christ.
the thing too. It's like I don't like, I can't say that like anybody's like, nobody gets special treatment. I'm finna fight in front of anybody. I don't give a fuck. Like, what do you mean? I grew up in a fucking parking lot. Are you out of your mind? Like, I grew up in a goddamn van in a parking lot. I don't give a shit. I'll fight anybody. I don't give a damn. Let me tell you who you got smacked in front of. The motherfucker that smacked you. And that wasn't white people. That was Will Smith. He smacked you in your fucking face right in front of himself. Right in front of God and everybody. Bam, bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Get out of town. Come on now. Don't blame that on white people. That wasn't white people's fault that you got smacked or you didn't do nothing about it. It was your fucking fault. It wasn't anybody's fault I went to jail. It was my fault, right? All right, then. Jeez, come on now. You got to do so. I'll tell you what was white people's fault. The fact that apparently they thought it was racist to arrest Will Smith on the fucking spot, which that was white people's fault. Y'all should have arrested that motherfucker. Come on, man.
Well,
If
they asked Chris Rock if he wanted him arrested, and he said no.
I don't give a shit. If I smack somebody in the face in a public crowd of motherfuckers, even if I don't want to, if the person I smack in the face does not want me arrested, a bystander on their part will place me under citizen's arrest on their behalf, and I will be prosecuted by the state of Nevada, not from them, but from the state of Nevada, and they'll take me to fucking jail because I got tattoos and I'm not fucking famous. Like, I'm not Will Smith. Like, it's a little racist that you're like, well, he's a black guy. Like, it's fine. Like, no, it's not. It's not fine for anybody to hit anybody in the face for no fucking reason. You should arrest that man on the spot. That's what they do to me. What the fuck? That's the only thing that was white people's fault. But the fact that you got fucking smacked ain't got nothing to do with no white people. That's bullshit. But other than that, I mean, I guess the jokes were funny. Anyway, hopefully, hey, Chris Rock, if you fucking see my shit, I hope you talk some shit to me.
That'd be nice.
Right? It's like, I really don't care if, like, fucking somebody asked me the other day, like, man, some of the stuff you say is like, you're not afraid of saying that on the internet? And I'm like, no, what are they going to do? Well, what if they sue you? Well, then they're just sending me an autograph. Like, okay, I'm gonna frame that bitch. Like, you ain't going to take shit from me, bro. What are you going to do? Like, I got a fake name. I don't give a fuck. You ain't going to find me.
All right. We're going to go into our first story.
Oh, yeah.
Stop, you're killing me. Dad pleads during Wellington son's fatal attack, deputies say.
Good night, fucking police.
Oh, man.
Already.
This is a 44-year-old man accused of violently attacking and killing his father Sunday night was deemed by a longtime family friend as a delusional conspiracy theorist, according to a probable cause affidavit. The suspect, Brian McGann Jr. of Wellington, was arrested after Palm Beach County Sheriff's Officer deputies found him with blood all over his body after he attempted to hide from law enforcement. A fatal attack occurred just after 11 p.m. at a house located at 142 West Palmetto Road near Green Acres. Deputies said they went to the house after receiving a 911 call reporting a violent domestic disturbance. The 911 caller, a family friend, said McGann Jr. called her, and during the conversation she overheard the man's father, Brian McGann Sr., uttering, "Stop, you're killing me." The friend reported to 911 that McGann Jr. appeared intoxicated and paranoid, also stating that he had recently began using cocaine. Deputies responded to McGann Sr.'s home and found him lying unresponsive on the living room floor with his clothes completely covered in blood with significant injuries to his face. The probable cause affidavit said there was blood all over the living room floor, spattered all on the wall and furniture encompassing Brian McCann Sr.'s body. Paramedics with Palm Beach County Fire Rescue responded to the home and pronounced the victim dead at 12:25 a.m. Monday. The Palm Beach Medical Examiner's Office determined that McGann Sr. died from blunt force trauma. Detectives later spoke to the family friend who said she had talked to McGann Jr. earlier on Sunday, conversing on the phone for about 3 hours. The woman said McGann Jr. called her again at about 10:30 p.m. Sunday and told her to pack her belongings and leave the residence because he was going to be dead. It's like, well, why didn't you call the fucking cops at 10:30, bitch? Say, he's going to go kill his dad.
Dude, if that was me, they'd charge me as an accessory. I'll tell you
Right?
that. Like, what do you mean you knew about a crime and didn't say nothing about it? That's illegal.
So
I know that's illegal.
So the friend says she found this request troubling and strange since she currently lives in Middleburg, Florida, which is near Jacksonville and about 300 miles from Palm Beach County. The woman told detectives that the suspect continued to inexplicably say that he was being chased by law enforcement, but then recanted that wasn't true. Just after 11 p.m., the friend said that McGann Jr. told her he was leaving a Wellington bar and pulling into his father's residence. A short time later, the woman said she overheard McGann Jr. aggressively screaming and violently attacking McGann Sr. and stated to her that his father was under my foot. She said that when she called 911 and told detectives that McGann Jr. was upset because he recently learned his father received the vaccine.
Jeez.
While canvassing the neighborhood, deputies located the suspect's truck parked in front of a home that was about a 3-minute drive from where the attack occurred. They said they spotted McGann Jr. jump a back gate into a neighbor's yard in an attempt to elude law enforcement. When investigators found him, they said he was also completely covered in blood on his hands, feet, face, and clothing. McGann Jr. faces a charge of first-degree murder and is being held without bond at the main Palm Beach County Jail.
Jesus.
He killed him for getting the fucking vaccine?
I thought it was the police that
Jesus
killed him. Like, I'm like,
Christ.
oh man, oh my gosh.
What the fuck, dude?
Dude, I mean, somebody's, was he a QAnon retard? Is that what it was? Because those
Fucking
guys are nuts,
maybe.
dude. Those guys are bananas. Those guys they'll kill you for that stuff, dude. They're like, did you get the vaccine? That means you're a robot. And they'll fucking, dude, they'll chop you up, dude. They're out of their mind. That's nuts. Well, I mean, I guess master killed by creation.
Fuck, I don't know, dude, but yeah, that's some fucking crazy shit, man. That's fucking nuts.
It might be an excuse, though. You got to think about that, right? Like, he could be lying. Like, that's probably not why he killed him. He just said that. Like, oh yeah, I'm a crazy person. Yeah, you killed somebody. Everybody that kills somebody is crazy. You don't got to say some crazy shit after. Like, what do you mean? You're not allowed to kill people. That's kind of the criteria of killing somebody. You crazy as hell.
Yeah.
But whatever. Fuck it. All right. Just
All
so
right.
you know, get the vaccine. Your fucking kid might kill you. Oh man, they're gonna give us that little tag now because that's misinformation. They'll
Oh,
be like,
yeah,
hey,
probably.
don't say that. Pfizer gets on the line. They're like, don't fucking say that.
So, speaking of killing people, Russian YouTuber whose girlfriend was killed in live stream as viewers paid him to inflict abuse on her is jailed for 6 years.
Good night.
Yeah.
Hold on. Like, what kind of abuse? Let's get into it now. It might have been an accident. See, that sounds like an accidental death kind of thing.
Says a YouTuber whose girlfriend was killed in a sickening live stream has been jailed for causing her death. Trash vlogger Reflay, who used the name Stanislav, these are all Russian names, so I'm going to do my best.
Holy heat wave. All right.
Stanislav Reshetnikov, 30, real family name Reshetnyak, was convicted of inflicting grievous bodily harm resulting in death, sentenced to 6 years in a strict penal colony by a Russian court. Valentina Valya Grigoryeva, 28, was subjected to live online abuse and died of head injuries. Reshetnikov
That's Freddy.
was paid by watchers to inflict verbal and physical violence on her in the streaming session in which she died. As he went into court in Moscow, his mom, Elena Reshetnyak, is seen kissing him on a video. When he emerged flanked by armed officers to start his sentence, he appeared in tears. In the live stream, which led to headlines around the world, he had labeled Grigorieva a prostitute and smelly. I'm going to kill this smelly bitch. First reports say she died from being locked outside near naked in sub-zero temperatures, seen live by punters on YouTube and other platforms, but later forensic experts concluded a head injury was the cause of death. When Reshetnikov, 30, allowed her back in, it was clear to viewers that she appeared dead, and one called the emergency services. So, when he allowed her back in, she appeared dead? That doesn't make any sense. That would be when he drug her lifeless body back in, she appeared dead.
She got a vaccine.
She was a
And
zombie
turned her
when she
into a
came back
zombie.
in.
I tried to tell you
Oh my
this, Johnny,
God.
alright?
What the fuck, man?
Good night. That's funny.
So her corpse had craniocerebral trauma and multiple bruises on the face and hemorrhaging of soft tissues. Reflay testified that on the day in question, he hit the deceased several times in the head, said a law enforcement source. He admitted beating her. Initial reports say she was pregnant were later denied. Psychological and psychiatric examinations of the streamer found him to be sane and fit to face trial. He was convicted of intentional infliction of grievous bodily harm, dangerous to human life, committed with the use of an object used as a weapon, resulting in the death of the victim by negligence. His mother, brothers, and sister attended his trial. They were described by the NTV as being in a very subdued mood and refusing to talk to the media. His mother, a sales manager, has said earlier that her son wouldn't hurt a kitten and was very timid. Well, he wouldn't hurt a kitten, but apparently he'd kill a bitch.
Oh, he killed that bitch.
Leading Russian Senator Alexei Pushkov has called for specific legal punishment for trash streams highlighting cruelty. He wants 6 years jail in the worst cases and punitive fines. This is becoming more and more widespread, so it's necessary to legislatively respond to this form of activity, he said. Naturally, if we were talking about direct participation or complicity in murder, then the imprisonment term may be longer.
I don't know. Like, that's
fuck?
a wacky ass country where they just like I get it. Like the internet's like, oh yeah, it's like it's freedom. Yeah, but I mean like, if you Google right now like, lady getting punched in the face, you're gonna get like a World Star video of like a lady fighting a lady in like a fucking like a Denny's or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you're not gonna get like a bunch of crazy dudes tying up bitches in their basement and like beating them up. Like that's crazy. How did?
But only 6 years for that. Like
Again,
he
that's what I'm saying.
tortured
It's crazy
and fucking
that it's
killed
so
her.
common
Yeah.
that it's like an internet thing that people do.
That's fucking
so
nuts,
they're just
dude.
like, well, we can't be throwing the book at all these guys that are killing bitches on the internet. I mean, who'd fucking use the internet?
Right?
Well, 6 years, we'll get him back out there. Just make sure he's way tough from a lot of prison labor, so then he can kill these bitches quicker. They won't suffer outside. He won't have to freeze them or nothing. He'll just clobber these bitches real good. That'll be that.
It's like in Brazil, there was a serial killer in Brazil, and he kept getting out and killing people because the maximum sentence in Brazil is 10 years.
Yeah,
Period.
man.
Doesn't matter what the fuck you did. There's no death. It's prison for 10 years. Doesn't matter what you did.
And not only that, but Brazilian prisons like are kind of easy to break out of. So like I don't want to like I seen the world's toughest prisons, and he went to like this Brazilian prison, dude. It was a total piece of shit. There's like, they're like, yeah, man, people like break out all the time, and then they just come and they just like zip tie the fucking fence back together. Like you could just fucking just jump, run out of there. Man. They're like, we got 10 guards, fucking 5,000 inmates. What do you mean? These guys are here because they want to be here. Because you keep bringing them rice and shit. And they're starving. Like, they can leave when they want. That's the craziest shit in the world.
Yeah, that's fucking 6 years, man.
Dude, Brazil's hardcore, man. Corruption is going crazy over there, man. It's nuts. They got that big Jesus. That's crazy.
Big Jesus.
How could... Come on, man. You can't... Look at it. Come on, Christians. Tell me what all this bullshit... You got all these churches and shit, man. They got a big old Jesus over there. Motherfuckers getting their hands chopped off in the streets. Come on, Jesus don't give a fuck about nobody over there. I'll tell you that. They were like, oh, what can we do? Jesus doesn't give a shit about us over here. They're like, dude, make a big old Jesus. We're going to talk to him. He said, she told him like this. Like he said, please help me. It's fucking terrible down here. Jesus didn't give a fuck about them people, man. They said 10 years for murder. Kill them all. I don't give a goddamn.
Yeah, right. Yep. All right.
All right.
Moving along. Texas attorney who poisoned pregnant wife with abortion medication sentenced to 180 days in jail.
Okay. Let's get it.
But if she would have tried to get an abortion, it would have been life in prison.
I got some. Let me tell you something. All right, I got some abortion shit. All right, we're going to get... You know, and I had some... Whatever the fuck we were just talking about, I had some shit on that too. But you know what? I do all my political shit at the same time. All right?
This is a Texas attorney who pleaded guilty to slipping abortion medication into his pregnant wife's drinks was sentenced to 180 days in jail.
Freddie said, bullshit!
That's his opinion. Catherine Herring, the estranged wife of Mason Herring, told a Harris County court Wednesday that the sentence was not strict enough. Their now 1-year-old daughter has developmental delays and attends therapy 8 times a week, she said. I do not believe that 180 days is justice for attempting to kill your child 7 separate times, she said, according to the Associated Press. Mason Herring, 39, is accused of drugging drinks he gave to his wife of 11 years after learning in 2022 that she was pregnant with their 3rd child. A complaint states that at the time, the pair was separated but had agreed to attend couples counseling. Catherine Herring told police that during a counseling session in March 2022, she told her husband about the pregnancy and he had a negative reaction, and after that evening he sent her text messages expressing that he was not happy about the pregnancy and did not know what to do, the complaint says. He allegedly told her that the pregnancy would ruin his plans and make him look like a jerk. Their counselors suggested that the two spend spring break together, according to the complaint. Exactly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He fucking hates this bitch. Yes. Go spend some time alone together somewhere else where your family can't check on you. Yeah, good idea.
Catherine Herring told authorities that her husband began to talk to her about her hydration and how she needed to drink more water, the complaint says. On March 17, 2022, he brought her breakfast and water and said he would not leave until she drank the whole cup, according to the complaint.
Kind of breakfast.
Right? Catherine Herring said that she noticed the water looked cloudy, but her husband said it was because the cup or pipes were dirty, the complaint states. After drinking the beverage, she became severely ill and experienced cramping. When she began to bleed, Catherine Herring says she went to the emergency room, according to the complaint.
What kind of a fucking jack-off is pregnant and drinks dirty old pipe water?
Right?
What? All right. Anyway.
I'd be like, can you get me a bottle of water or something?
Yeah, what do you mean? It's like, what's up with this water, man? Well, it's dirty from the pipes. Delicious.
Or the cup's dirty.
Refreshing.
We'll go wash it,
I
motherfucker.
to drink that shit up. What, are you out of your mind?
Yeah. Says suspecting that her husband was trying to poison her, Catherine Herring says she set up cameras around her home. She told police that on 6 other occasions he gave her beverages mixed with abortion medication, but she did not drink them. She also gave authorities video that showed Mason Herring mixing a substance into her drink and throwing away trash from his car, according to the complaint. She told authorities that she went through the discarded trash and found packaging for a medication that contained misoprostol, which is used to induce abortion. Mason Herring, who was a Houston attorney according to the AP, was initially charged with felony assault to induce abortion. He accepted a plea agreement on charges of injury to a child and assault of a pregnant person.
Fred said, how is that a felony?
He said, that's poppycock. In addition to 180 days in jail, a judge ordered him to 10 years of probation and barred him from having contact with his estranged wife and 1-year-old daughter. His attorney, Dan...
Mergliotta?
No, it's Cogdell. Said the sentence was reasonable. It's a sad situation, and Mason has accepted his responsibility, Cogdell told the court, the AP reported.
Well, I mean...
180 days, but like I said, if she would have fucking tried it, it would have been life in prison.
And what state was this in again?
Michigan. Wait, no. I take that back. That's the next story.
So,
Texas.
Oh, yeah, dude. They really don't like fucking abortion down there, dude. Hey, man, Tim Dunn's in charge over there. If you want to fuck with Tim Dunn, dude, he's a Christian warlord. He'll fucking take you down. Tell you what, Tim Dunn. Fuck you, Tim Dunn. Fuck you, Tim Dunn. Anyway.
Well, why didn't they give him a stiffer sentence if they don't like abortion? Shouldn't he have got a stiffer sentence too? He tried to do it.
Is he a white dude?
Mm-hmm.
He's fucking... You know, Texas is where you don't want to live, all right? Matthew McConaughey's a fucking liar, dude. You don't... He's always at you, yeah, all right. Fuck you, bro. No, it's not all right over there, dude. It's terrible. It's terrible, terrible, terrible. Don't fucking move to Texas, all right? Everybody, get out of Texas, okay? Leave. It's terrible. Jesus. There's an oil man. He's a Christian warlord. He's taking over the whole fuck. He already owns the whole place. He's making it illegal to not be Christian. And you're like, what? How the fuck do you do that? You don't make it illegal to not be Christian. You just make everything that isn't Christian fucking illegal. So then, even if you're not a Christian, you just fucking act like one. Well, that's good enough. That's good enough, dude. That's persecution. That guy's a fucking maniac, man. Look him up. Look him up. Stay informed. It's not a conspiracy, man. He's a fucking warlord. It's nuts.
All right. Speaking of death, yet again, here we go. Jury finds Jennifer Crumbley, the Michigan school shooter's mother, guilty of manslaughter.
Fuck you.
I don't know if you remember that a couple years back.
Well, see, I don't like that shit, dude. I mean, it's just that's this whole culture of like it's got to be somebody's fault. Like,
well, I'll read this real quick and then we'll get into that because I have some fucking opinions on it too.
Hey, man. Again, I was a poor kid. Sometimes bad shit happens to good people for no fucking reason at all. Like, sometimes horrible shit happens to great people for no fucking reason at all. Just because fucking fuck you, that's why. Like, it doesn't always have to be somebody's fault, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's just like, man, like, fucking, yeah, that sucks. We used to have to live in caves. Like, I don't know. That's all you, like, what the fuck? It's always got this legal system we have. Like, fucking somebody's getting in a cage. Fuck. Anyway, go ahead.
So the Michigan jury convicted a school shooter's mother of involuntary manslaughter Tuesday in the killings of 4 students in 2021, making her the first parent in the U.S. to be held responsible for a child carrying out a mass school attack.
You said bullshit.
Amen to that. Prosecutors say Jennifer Crumbley had a duty under state law to prevent her son, who was 15 at the time, from harming others. She was accused of failing to secure a gun and ammunition at home and failing to get help to support Ethan Crumbley's mental health. The 4 guilty verdicts, one for each student slain at Oxford High School, were returned after roughly 11 hours of deliberations. Jennifer Crumbley, 45, looked down and shook her head slightly as each juror was polled after the verdicts were read. On her way out of the courtroom, prosecutor Karen McDonald hugged relatives of victims Justin Schilling and Madison Baldwin. "Thank you," a man whispered to her. Jennifer and James Crumbley were the first parents in the U.S. to be charged in a mass school shooting committed by their child. James Crumbley faces trial in March. The cries have been heard, and I feel this verdict is going to echo throughout every household in the country, Justin's father, Craig Schilling, said outside the courtroom. I feel it's necessary, and I'm happy with the verdict. It's still a sad situation to be in. It's going to stop. It's an accountability, and this is what we've been asking for a long time, Schilling said. A gag order by the judge prevented McDonald and defense attorney Shannon Smith from speaking to reporters. On the morning of November 30th, 2021, school staff members were concerned about a violent drawing of a gun, bullet, and wounded man, accompanied by desperate phrases, on Ethan Crumbley's math assignment. His parents were called to the school for a meeting, but they didn't take the boy home. A few hours later, Ethan Crumbley pulled a handgun from his backpack and shot 10 students and a teacher.
God damn!
No one had checked the backpack. The gun was the Sig Sauer 9mm his father had purchased him just 4 days earlier.
Man, what? His dad bought him a pistol?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's a nice pistol. That's like a $725. I got one of them. I mean, my kids don't know how to use this fucking thing. But, I mean, either way, I'll be raising video game kids. They can't charge a firearm. These are Kindle kids. These are YouTube guys. We're Lego guys around here. We build a gun and it shoots Lego, but it's not. It doesn't really shoot anything. It's a pew pew. That's what you.
Says Jennifer Crumbley had taken her son to a shooting range that same weekend.
You're out of your fucking mind. How old is this kid?
He was 15 at the time.
Oh,
He's
well,
17
yeah.
now.
Well, yeah. That's totally their fault. This bitch got to go to jail for sure. Yeah.
I said outside the courthouse, the jury for a woman who declined to give her name said jurors were influenced by evidence that Jennifer Crumbley was the last adult to possess the gun. That really hammered it home, she told reporters. Indeed, the jury saw images of Jennifer Crumbley leaving the shooting range with the gun in a box. You saw your son shoot the last practice round before the school shooting on November 30th. You saw how he stood. He knew how to use the gun, Assistant Prosecutor Mark Keast said while cross-examining the mother last week. Yes, he did, Jennifer Crumbley replied. In her closing argument Friday, McDonald says she filed the unprecedented charges because of... No, it was a different reason. Because of the unique, egregious facts leading up to the massacre. School officials insisted they would not have agreed to keep Ethan Crumbley on campus that day if the parents had shared information about the new gun, which the boy on social media called his beauty. Exactly.
Well, yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah. The words with a disturbing drawing said, "The thoughts won't stop. Help me. The world is dead. My life is useless." He literally drew a picture of what he was going to do, McDonald said. It says, "Help me." Besides 17-year-old Justin Schilling and 17-year-old Madison Baldwin, Hannah St. Juliana, 14, and Tate Meyer, 16, were also killed. 7 people were wounded. Ethan Crumbley, now 17, pleaded guilty to murder and terrorism and is serving a life sentence. Jennifer Crumbley told jurors... That's not what she said. Told jurors that it was her husband's job to keep track of the gun. She also said she saw no signs of mental distress in her son. We would talk. We did a lot of things together, she testified. I trusted him, and I felt I had an open door. He could come to me about anything. In a journal found by police, Ethan Crumbley wrote that his parents wouldn't listen to his pleas for help. I have zero help for my mental problems, and it's causing me to shoot up the school, he wrote. Prosecutors introduced evidence that Ethan Crumbley texted his mother in spring 2021 about demons, throwing bowls, and other hallucinations, but she told the jury that it was just Ethan messing around. I have asked myself if I would have done anything differently. I wouldn't have. I wish he would have killed us instead, she testified, which I'm okay with that. The jury of 6 men and 6 women included people who own guns or grew up with them in their home. Jennifer Crumbley will get credit for roughly 2.5 years in the county jail when she returns to court for sentencing on April 9th. The judge will set the minimum prison sentence based on scoring guidelines and other factors. It will be up to the Michigan Parole Board to determine how long she actually stays in prison. The maximum term for involuntary manslaughter is 15 years. Prosecutors have not said if they will ask for consecutive sentences on the 4 convictions, which can mean a maximum of 60 years if Judge Cheryl Matthews agrees.
Nope. Let me tell you what, that bitch needs, what is it, like?
Jesus.
How many? 1, 2, 3, that's 75. 12. Almost 70. 84. 84 and 75. I mean, this bitch needs like 200 fucking years in prison. You're out of your fucking mind. What are you talking about? I recant my earlier statements that like, oh yeah, somebody needs to be at fault. No. If you are teaching a fucking teenager how to shoot a gun, you need to go to jail. I got an 18-year-old daughter. She does not know how to operate a firearm. In any capacity. If she's seen a gun, she would get away from that gun, come find me if I was not around because I got a gun, and she'd be like, there's a gun over there. That's what she would say. And I mean, And not only that, but like every teenage girl has, issues with depression. Every teenage boy has issues with depression. We gotta create, like, you cannot teach a teenager how to use a gun. That's fucking crazy. If your teenager needs to use a gun to defend themselves, you failed as a fucking parent. You left them alone to the wolves, and now they're gonna get that baby. Now they're gonna get them. You can't teach a kid to fucking shoot at people. That's the craziest fucking thing in the world. That's the craziest shit in the world. You cannot teach a child how to use a weapon system. They do not need to operate a weapon system at all in any capacity. Oh, what about for hunting? Fuck you, I'll hunt you. I don't, fuck you, fuck your hunting, fuck your killing my friends, fuck your kid, fuck your crazy, savage, stupid fucking thing you like to do out and get dirty and fucking cold and dumbass shit, grocery store. Fuck you. That's stupid. Teachers, you know what? He gonna go up and shoot somebody, and I hope they burn your ass at the stake. I hope they burn him up. That's ridiculous. And only her? No, fucking throw the father in jail, too.
His trial's next.
Lock them all up. Lock them up. Yeah, fucking A. Now, if you are at a house and you have a firearm in your house that you keep loaded, and it's a firearm you can't charge. I do not know why they sell these firearms. They sell firearms that you don't have to charge to fire, hammerless pistols and the like. Pretty much any fucking revolver is crazy. Even if it does have a hammer, you pull the trigger, it goes bang. That's nuts. You cannot have a firearm in your house that you pull the trigger and it goes boom. That's crazy. You have children. Whoa. You have to be able to do... This is the pull-out method, Johnny. When you pull out, you got to do something to it, or you didn't pull out. If it happened before, then no action happened. Then you didn't pull out. If you need to grab the fucking firearm and do something to it before it goes bang. If you didn't, if you don't need to do that, it's too dangerous to have around. We can't have that, man. You gotta have to do something to it to make it go boom. And you cannot teach your kids what that operation is to make it go boom. They can't know how to do that. And if they do know how to do it, then you need to get rid of that firearm. You have to. Like, that's crazy. You got a kid in your house. Or you're going to go to fucking jail, and I think jail is too soft. Because if you killed my if you're stupid 15-year-old maniac, because all 15-year-olds are maniacs, I'm not saying anything to this is a normal 15-year-old kid, I'm sure, because they're all fucking crazy. Here's the thing. That's why they can't teach them how to use guns. Again, I got an 18-year-old. Like, it's an adult now, and it survived, and it didn't murder anyone. Like, it doesn't know how to use a gun. At all. In any capacity. It's not like, oh, yeah, the video games teach them. Then don't let them play the video games that teach them how to use guns. If you got a gun that they can try to use. That's crazy. And be responsible for your fucking firearms. Like, if you don't know where it is, what the fuck are you doing? How is it in that kid's backpack? I know where my burner firearm is and my registered firearm. I know where they both at. Okay? At all times. If they go missing, where my shit at? Somebody got my shit? Oh. I set it down right here to change my pants. That's what happened. Then I put it back because I got it. Hey, strap on me when I come around. I'm not fucking around, man. Like, you got to know where your guns are at. You have kids. That's fucking crazy. You got to, like, what? People care more about where their fucking dog is at than, like, a gun. That's totally insane to me. That lady should get life. He didn't just wound kids. He killed them. She should get attempted manslaughter for all of them, and then total full-on murder charges for the kids. That full-on fucking murder charges that include the death penalty. Are you hearing me? If your fucking maniac came and killed my kid, I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna get 7 years for involved. Yeah, what do you mean? Fine, I'll do it for murder. It doesn't matter. What do you mean?
This fucking torture on YouTube, you only get 6 years.
I don't yeah, right. I'll just take you over to the. I just like. I would see that fair is fair, and I would have to shoot you for it. So I mean. Fair is fair. If you don't lock her up, you better hope they lock you up, because if not, I'm going to kill you. I have a gun. I'm going to... Mark it. Watch your motherfuckers, because if they shoot one of my kids, I'm going to kill you for it. That's it. I mean, I don't care. What are you going to do? Put me in jail. I don't give a shit. I'm going to the... They send out a little bulletin, you dumbasses, on Facebook. They're asking for the justice. They say, hey, Facebook, we locked down the school because there's a shooter. Parents, don't worry. We got it covered. You know what that means? That means I grab my shit and I go to the school. I'm already going there. So if I find out you're a little bastard, oh, man, they're going to let me out of jail eventually, and then I'm going to dust your punk ass. Like, what do you mean? You gotta, somebody's going to pay. Somebody's going to pay for that, for sure. You can't, like, I'm saying it's involuntary manslaughter if you happen to have one of these dangerous firearms in your house. Your kid steals it in the fucking dead of night and accidentally, like, shoots his fucking friend. Hey, man, it's kind of their fault, too. They let they let their kids stay at your dumbass. My kids don't stay at nobody's houses. I don't know if people got guns. No. They don't leave my house. They don't leave the compound. This is lockdown shit here, man. We got bed at 8:30 and we don't leave the compound. That's what goes on in this place. The police will kill you out there. To that, then, okay, maybe involuntary manslaughter. But if you literally have, like, you've taught this kid how to be a murderer and then, like, you let him have a murder weapon and go to school, like, you're a fucking murderer. Yeah, so you and him. And him. His grandpa, all of them motherfuckers. Get his aunt. I don't care. Fucking burn her ass, too. The whole lot of them. How do you get... What if you got one dog with rabies on the block? Any stray dog, they kill all of them. Just saying. Get them all. Burn them all. I don't give a fuck. It's crazy. Got these kids fucking teach a kid how to use a gun. It's the craziest shit I ever heard. The only one that's allowed to teach a teenager how to use a gun is the fucking government of the United States. It's okay for them, all right? No fucking around. It's all right for them. They're gonna really? Watch them when they're there. So they watch them. They watch them better than you watch your teenagers. You can't teach them to shoot. The Army. Let them. You want your kid to learn how to shoot? Send him to the fucking Army. They'll teach him. They'll teach him at 17. And then it's their fucking fault, not yours.
Absolutely. All right. And on that note, we're going to wrap this episode up. The premiere episode of Season 5.
Ooh, hold on. We can't wrap it up yet. I got political shit.
Oh, shit.
Alrighty now. Fucking Donald Trump just fucking is going to smash the fucking, whatever the fuck, right? He's going to be like, he's probably going to get elected. However, don't vote for Trump. Don't vote for anybody, dude. Vote for yourself. Fucking, libertarian. Anyway. I heard this fucking thing on the fucking radio. And it was Joe Biden. And you know what he says? He says, you know what he says? I'm going to tell you what he says. He says this. He says, fucking, if you elect this again, 4 more years in office, you know what we're going to do? We're going to make Roe v. Wade the law of the land, the standard. We're going to turn it back. We're going to do... Can you imagine the craziness of that? One of our basic freedoms for women's reproductive rights, one of our basic freedoms that was the law of the land, as old fucking folksy Biden says, fucking old Papa Biden, on his watch, they took a freedom away. And now, as a ransom, this man says, elect me. And I haven't done anything about it in 2.5 years, but give me 4 more years. If you don't elect me, you won't get that freedom back. But if you elect me back, I'll give you your freedom back. I submit to this, in closing, America, I submit this to you. Does one man have the right to take away the freedom of a nation? Well, no. Well, then neither does a man have the right to give one back. Okay? Fuck that. You're getting tricked. You're getting fucking tricked. Okay? Trump, he's a trickster too. He's a businessman. He's selling tennis rackets. This motherfucker, he's selling body sprays and tennis shoes. Shit. You can't... He fucking went to jail, paid $1 million to get out of jail the same day. And took the mugshot that he got in a suit that he put on a shirt that he's selling on his website. When I go to jail, they make me wear the orange stuff because I'm a regular motherfucker and I can't give them $1 million to get out of jail. I can't. Why? Why would you allow a man that has the political and the monetary means to evade capture of the law be in charge? Why would it not be a regular person that does charity? It's a dude that sells toothpaste. That's fucking crazy. You're getting tricked, guys. Wise up. Elect us. Elect the boys. We're going to get it right. We're going to do it right.
Fuck that. I don't want that fucking job.
We're going to make America not hated by everyone anymore. Hopefully, I don't fucking know. I don't know. Let me tell you what we're not going to do is we're not going to build a Looney Tunes pier and kick it over to Gaza full of bread and wine and be like, that's how we're helping. Fuck you. That's crazy. All right. I'm getting out of here before I get on the box. Let's get the fuck out of here.
All right. We'll see you next week. New podcast starting every Tuesday at 8 a.m. or hear previous episodes anytime.
Come on back every week, see sweet Poppy, I got what you need.
You can email us at whostalkingshh@gmail.com. That's 3 H's.
That's it, email me, I wanna read your shit.
You can leave a voice message on Anchor and possibly be included in an upcoming episode. Tell us how much you like it or if you think it sucks.
Leave me a name and number after the beep.
Go to our Facebook page link on Anchor.
You know you like me.
You can also hear us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and many more.
You know me, I'm on all the platties, dawg.